Good morning. Pastor Michelle here with your morning devotional. We continue in Jeremiah this morning, starting with chapter 11. Jeremiah received the Lord's word. Listen to the terms of this covenant and proclaim them to the people of Judah and the citizens of Jerusalem. Say to them, This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Cursed are those who don't heed the terms of this covenant that I commanded your ancestors when I brought them out of the land of Egypt, that iron crucible, saying, Obey me and observe that I instruct you. Then you will be my people, and I, even I, will be your God. I will fulfill my solemn pledge that I made to your ancestors to give them a land full of milk and honey, as is the case today. And I replied, As you say, Lord. The Lord said to me, Announce all these words in the towns of Judah and on the streets of Jerusalem. Obey the terms of this covenant and perform them. I repeatedly and tirelessly warned your ancestors when I brought them out of the land of Egypt to this very day, saying, Obey me. But they didn't listen or pay attention. They followed their own willful ambitions. So I brought upon them all the punishments I prescribed for violating this covenant, for refusing to obey. The Lord said to me, A conspiracy is taking place among the people of Judah and the residents of Jerusalem. They have returned to the sins of their ancestors who refused to obey my words. They too are following other gods and serving them. The people of Israel and the people of Judah have broken my covenant that I made with their ancestors. Therefore, the Lord proclaims, I will bring upon them a disaster from which they won't be able to escape. They will cry out to me, but I won't listen to them. Then the people of Judah and those living in Jerusalem will call upon the gods of their worship, and they won't save them when disaster strikes. They have as many gods as you have towns, Judah, and you have as many shameful altars for those worshiping Baal as you have streets in Jerusalem. As for you, don't pray for these people. Don't cry out or plead for them, for I won't listen when they cry out to me on account of their distress. What are my loved ones doing in my temple while working out their many evil schemes? Can sacred offerings cancel your sin so that you revel in your evil deeds? The Lord named you a blossoming olive tree, fair and fruitful, but with the blast of powerful storm, he will set it ablaze until its branches are completely consumed. The Lord of heavenly forces who planted you has announced disaster for you. Because the people of Israel and Judah have done evil and made me angry by worshiping Baal. The Lord informed me, and I knew. Then he helped me see what they were up to. I was like a little young lamb led to the slaughter. I didn't realize that they were planning their schemes against me. Let's destroy the tree with its fruit. Let's cut him off from the land of the living, so that even any knowledge of him will be wiped out. The Lord of heavenly forces, righteous judgment, who tests the heart and mind, let me see your revenge upon them, because I have committed my case to you. This is what the Lord says concerning the men of Anath who seek your life and say, Don't prophesy in the Lord's name, or else you will die at our hands. Therefore, the Lord of heavenly forces proclaims, I'm going to punish them. Their young men will die in war, and their sons and daughters will die by famine. No one will be left, because I will bring disaster upon the men of Anath when their time comes. If I took you to court, Lord, you would win. But I still have questions about your justice. Why do guilty persons enjoy success? Why do evildoers so happy? You plant them and they take root. They flourish and bear fruit. You are always on their lips, but far from their hearts. Yet you, Lord, you know me. You see me. You can tell that I love you. So drag them away and butcher them like sheep. Prepare them for the slaughterhouse. How long will the land mourn and the grass in the fields dry up? The animals and birds are swept away due to the evil of those in the land. The people say, God doesn't see what we are up to. If I have raced with people and are worn out, how will you compete with horses? If you fall down in an open field, how will you survive in the forest along the Jordan? Even your relatives, your very family, are planning to trap you. They are out to get you, so don't trust them, even if they appear to be on your side. I have abandoned my house. I have deserted my inheritance. I have given the one I love into the power of her enemies. My inheritance has turned against me. Like a lion in the forest, she growls at me. Therefore, I have rejected her. My inheritance has become like a bird of prey, surrounded and attacked. Go, gather all the wild animals for the feast. Many shepherds have destroyed my vineyard. They have trampled down my field. They have reduced my treasured field to a desolate wilderness. They have devastated her. Desolate, she cries out to me in distress. The whole land is desolate, and no one seems to care. Over all the desert roads, destroyers march, for the sword of the Lord devours, and one end of the land to the other. No one is safe. They have sown wheat and reaped weeds. They have worn themselves out for nothing. They will be ashamed of their harvest on account of the Lord's fierce anger. The Lord proclaims, the evil nations have seized the land that I gave my people Israel. I'm going to dig them up from their own lands, and I will dig up the people of Judah among them. And after I have dug them up, I will again have compassion on them and restore their inheritance and their land. And then, if they will learn the ways of my people, to make a solemn pledge in my name, as the Lord lives, just as they once taught my people to swear to Baal, then they will be built up in the midst of my people. But if they don't listen, I will dig up that nation. Yes, I will dig up and destroy, declares the Lord. I pray that you hear these words this morning, hear the distress of God when he talks about having to destroy, and hear also the hope that he gives us, saying that if we proclaim that the Lord lives, that God is alive, that there is hope. I hope that you have a fantastic day. I pray that you hear these words and find solace and things to contemplate in your own life. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.